Yeah, hey everybody. This is Ian from mindfulmarketplace.com. And I wanted to share a quick PDF that I've uploaded to the members area. This is really a exercise I did, I don't know, about a week and a half ago or so on, for those of you who are building online agencies or web consultancies or marketing style offers or really digital media brands of any kind. So, here's the PDF, and I added a couple things below that I think are quite helpful for myself anyway, and hopefully will be equally as effective for you. I really think that the most important thing that you can do in launching this style business is, or really any kind of business, is asking empowering questions, right? The quality of the questions that you ask yourself. It sounds very infomercial esque or very trite or very bumper sticker esque, but it really is incredibly transformative to ask yourself better questions, right? You keep asking yourself better questions, and ultimately, what ends up revealing itself is the areas that you can really focus and serve people, right? And really help people accomplish their goals in ways that help you simultaneously accomplish your own. So I want to just go back to this really quickly, and then you can download this in your members area. The link for that's below. But it comes back over and over again to this idea of product for target audience to solve X problem with Y secret sauce, right? So this whole equation is really the quintessential strategy for anybody who's selling services of really any kind, but most, definitely for those of us who are helping others in the digital media spaces, right? So this is a real map that we use, right? So product for web design and development for mindfulness based professionals. These would be doctors, therapists, coaches, authors, teachers, spiritual leaders, yogis, chiropractors, etc. This is one of our core offers, right? A web development style offer. Who is our audience? Mindfulness based professionals, doctors, therapists. Again, you're restating who it is that you're targeting with this offer. What do they empirically need, right? This always comes back to this niche and need exercise. What is the niche and what do they need? Well, what do they have now? They have a shitty website, maybe a super old or outdated website. Maybe they have no website. They have no lead generation strategy. Maybe they have a Wix or a WordPress.com style freebie site, which is a terrible look for professionals in these spaces, right? If you're a doctor and you have a Wix based site, that just looks bad. It doesn't look professional. Maybe you are writing books or launching courses and you're integrating the conversion elements from those books and courses into this sort of shitty website or Wix-based website or freebie website, which again just aggravates the errors of your ways, right? I mean, if you're writing a book and you're putting your book on a blog post or in the sidebar of this really bad looking website, it just kind of further, you know, it ramifies what you're doing wrong in a way that the world can witness, and that doesn't do you any favors. All right. And again, finally, what is your secret sauce? I've covered this so many times. I'm not going to go over this again here, but having a secret sauce, some element that is unique to you that allows you to deliver really great results with some tool or tech or lever that you can pull, or some instrument that is available to you that gives people an exponentially, or even an incrementally better result than they would get from somebody else by dint of something that you have in your arsenal, in your ammunition, in your toolkit, or whatever, right? I like to frame this as what tools, tech, software services, products, and platforms can you borrow to expedite the process of offering high-end solutions to solve the previous problem? In this case, this is the previous problem. All right, so this PDF is available, but this is the part really below that I really want you to focus on if you're trying to follow this basic approach, right? So product for target audience to solve problem with secret sauce, then make an irresistible offer, right? What can you stack, pack, amaze, inspire, and entice your audience or quintessential client to pick your platform to build their brand and business, right? So what can you just add and just stack, right? Just keep on adding great value to what it is that you're offering above. So for an example, one of the things that we would do here, right, is not just give people a website, right? I mean, I'm certainly not a web designer, so I'm not doing that work. I'm outsourcing that work to other folks who do. But then what about giving them free hosting for a year? Well, guess what? When you're already paying for a managed WordPress server with WP Engine or Pressable or any of those style services, adding one more installation to a cluster of sites ain't expensive, right? It has almost no added cost to you as an agency, but to them, that's a real win, right? They're going to pay for that. Typically, another agency is going to charge for that, or they're going to pay for that on their own, right? What about giving them access to keyword research tools? One of the things that we're doing, actually, if you're following my stuff on YouTube, you're going to see this in the next couple of days. We're doing this whole, content marketing, information marketing challenge all this content coming out in the next couple of days for people writing books and building courses and coaching and building their information marketing funnels, right? Complete information marketing business. This whole program that's coming out. One of the things that I'm doing for folks who are paying for that is offering them access to Answer the Public. We're going to be doing keyword research for them. That costs 90 some dollars a month if they were to do that on their own, right? So you just keep making irresistible offers by virtue of what can you borrow to build, what can you leverage to launch, what tools, tech, software, services, products, platforms can you borrow to make it almost impossible for your quintessential client to say no, right? How can you just make it so irresistible for folks to say, you're giving them so much empirical value that they can see in the world really is valuable, right? I mean, you can launch your own information business and use a tool like Answer the Public and pay the 90 some dollars yourself per month, or you can pay the same amount with us to be part of this program and get it for free. All right. So the key is to find a force multiplier, right? Adding tools and tech and products and platforms that will give your audience a 10x return while not giving you obviously a 10x expenditure as part and parcel of that process, right? Continue to seek out smarter solutions to sticky problems and then run experiments to see what converts. It's so important to run these experiments, right? I mean, lots of stuff that I'll throw out there in the world doesn't work, right? I mean, you can't, lots of things don't work. I mean, they work in my head and they work as I sit here and think them through. But ultimately, when I put them out into the universe, people are ho-hum and they don't respond the way I think they should, or I think they ought to. But I can either continue to bang my head against the wall and spend money on advertising and email outreach and paying people to do those things when the audience is not interested, or I can think of them all as experiments and just continuously running these sort of marketing experiments and see what people really do respond to. I really love this idea here of this Archimedes lever, right? Give me a place on the earth to stand and I will move heavier objects than I could on my own, right? I'm obviously paraphrasing that, but it's, you know, thinking about how certain actions that you can do and certain instruments that you can borrow can have a huge impact on not only your life, but the lives of those who you seek to serve, right? How can you find the tools, the tech, the products, the platforms, and the seeming superpowers, the magical mojo, the wonderkin wizardry, where your competition is still walking that wheelbarrow up the hill, right? How can you just find really cool tools, tech, software, services that gives you a competitive advantage in a way that no one else can or will, or they just won't think about it, right? It's this piece here, your Archimedes lever, right? Finding other people's creativity, what other people have done that you can't, right? Most of the shit that I have access to that I use skillfully in my business, I wouldn't have the first clue how to create myself. I mean, I've said this on a number of different recordings over the last couple of weeks, and it's, you know, it's true, right? I mean, I'm a dummy when it comes to software. Right? I can't write, you know, I can't do that kind of work, right? But I can learn how to use it, and I can leverage it in a way to make other people's lives easier while giving them tremendous value and at the same time getting paid for that process, right? And, you know, I would just encourage you to read through this and, you know, pick out the pieces that are most, you know, most helpful or even inspirational to your own efforts. I mean, that really is what 90% of this is about: getting excited, getting inspired, and truly trying to serve others in a way that makes their lives easier, that allows you to share your passion. I mean, this stuff is so exciting to me because I see problems in the world that I want to solve, that I can solve by virtue of my own, you know, skills, my own areas of expertise and experience, but also, you know, by virtue or by dint of borrowing other cool things that other people have created to solve real problems for a real audience with, you know, real special strategies and solutions that are just a ton of fun to think through. The truth of the matter is, you don't need me to tell you that the vast majority of people in the world are dum-dums, right? Most people are spinning their wheels and they're just kind of, you know, struggling and fumbling and thinking about the wrong things and placing their attention in the wrong places. If you can just spend a little bit more time and a little bit more energy and a little bit more enthusiasm trying to genuinely help people see the light, right? Or give them extra, get them excited about things that you can offer that other people don't or won't. You know, it's just a really beautiful, business to be in. So again, this is the PDF that I cover some of that stuff. I did a video on this a couple of weeks ago. I've got a bunch of emails about this. So the PDF is now available in your members area. And if you have questions, you can always ask me as well. I have some other really good content coming out in the next couple of days on some heuristics and some simple maps. And then we're moving into this whole new thing that I mentioned before, which is we're going to have this completely disruptive series of content, PDFs, downloads for people who are in the information marketing, course creation, you know, makers, marketers, people who are selling stuff online, right? So if you're interested in that, I also encourage you to hang in through what's coming next. It's really the most exciting content that I've created, and it's going to be a live thing. So you're actually going to see real courses being built, real content being created, real outlines, real information marketing mastery, I hope anyway. And then you'll see us actually sell this stuff in a way that earns an amazing income live at 5, right? You'll see all this happening in a real-time way, and I'm super excited about it. But in the meantime, this is available in your downloads area, and if you're interested, I hope you'll grab it. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I will have more content out over the weekend. Thanks.